College football might not start for another 3 weeks, but high school football season is here. We've seen scrimmages, practices. The first game starts next week. And if you know anything about me, you know I love high school football. I love recruiting. That's what I do. That's my thing. And that's what this video is all about. I've seen some of the top programs across the state the past few weeks, some of the state's top players, some top Georgia targets, commitments, all of it. I've been on the road. I've been checking them out. And that's what this video is all about. So I'm going to be breaking down a few of the guys that I've seen, some Georgia targets that you need to know about, some top players in the state. And then at the end, I'll be breaking down the scrimmage that I saw last weekend, Cedar Grove and Buford, featuring two top Georgia targets on Cedar Grove and one at Buford. So before I get into all that, I just want to break down some of the top teams I've seen. Last week, I went to go see Grayson, the reigning 7A state champions. Of course, that is home to the newest Georgia Bulldog commitment, Griffin Scroggs, big-time offensive lineman, one of the top offensive linemen in the state of Georgia. Big, nasty guy on the interior. I think he's going to have a really, really strong senior season for the Rams, who have one of the best offensive lines in all of high school football in the state of Georgia. Great kid, loves football, loves Georgia, bleeds red and black. I think Georgia fans are going to like this guy a lot. I also saw Michael Doherty, 2023 defensive back. He was rocking the Georgia gloves at Grayson practice. Long, athletic, started for them all last season as a sophomore when they went and won the state championship. Very impressive high school career so far. I expect him to be one of the top DBs across the state of Georgia this year as a junior and one of the highest ranked guys in the 2023 class. And of course, he loves the Dogs. They're one of his top schools, and I think the Bulldogs are in a pretty solid position for him right now. Blessed Trinity, Jake Pope is Blessed Trinity, Justice Hayes, possible five-star running back in the 2023 class. He was rocking the Alabama gloves when I went to go see him at practice. This dude's the real deal. Close to 1,800 yards rushing last year, like 25 touchdowns. They are a run-heavy team for sure, but it's easy to run the ball when you have a guy like him. Speed, balance, shiftiness. He's got good size. He's got some explosion, burst. He's a smart dude, has great vision, knows what he's doing. He's not just an athlete they put at running back. He's a real running back. He knows what he's doing back there. Very technically sound, great footwork, can put his foot in the ground and get up there, can make guys miss. He is the real deal, probably the top running back in all of Georgia, if you ask me. And of course, there's a recruiting update on him over on Dog Post. A school that I went and saw yesterday, earlier this week, actually, depending on when you're watching this, Centennial High School in Roswell, very close to Blessed Trinity in that area. Daniel Calhoun, kid is an absolute giant, one of the top offensive linemen in the state already, and he's only going to be a sophomore, 6'6", 340 pounds. With the ability to still transform his body a little bit, lose some weight, put on more muscle. I think this guy has a ton of potential. A lot of people in the area think he could possibly be a Sunday player one day. He has that type of potential. Georgia offered him before he even took a snap in high school. They offered him in July of 2020 in the middle of COVID last year. They saw some clips of him, just completing 8th grade, going into high school. The size, his ability to go through drills, fluidly at that size, and his ability to bend. Georgia offered him on the spot, and they are a team to know for him. So definitely a young prospect in Georgia to keep an eye on. Another Roswell High School, this time 8th in nation, 2023 defensive back, 8 interceptions last year as a sophomore. The kid has outstanding ball skills. Not the biggest guy, but he's got a bunch of high-quality offers already for a kid his age. He was rocking the Clemson gloves when I went to go see him, but he'll be used at DB, wide receiver. The dude can jump out of the building and snatch that football with the best of them. So he definitely plays bigger than his size. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on. Of course, I saw Milton multiple times at one practice, twice at North Forsyth padded camp. They're absolutely loaded. Of course, 5-star Leaves Overton, the number 1 player in the country for the 2023 class, one of the best players in the state of Georgia, probably number 2 or 3 player in the state of Georgia in my eyes right now, behind Travis Hunter and Malachi Starks. But this guy's a Sunday player for me. Easy to see why he's looked at as one of the best. All right, so Grayson, Cedar Grove, the two guys, Cedar Grove, that you need to know, Kristen Miller, interior defensive tackle, big Georgia target. They've been on and off with him the past 6 to 8 months. But he told us after the scrimmage that, they're coming on strong. They're very consistent with him. And I think the Bulldogs might be the team to beat right now. He thought about maybe committing, before his senior season. He's going to wait and do that at the All-American Bowl in January. So plenty of time for him to kind of reset everything and just take a longer look at his recruitment, which is a good thing for Georgia. But he had a big sack in this game at tackle for loss in like the first 2 drives. Quick, uses his hands well, big-time motor. He's definitely a guy to keep a close eye on. And C.J. Madden, long, athletic, edge defender. He's about 6'4", 240. Definitely passed the eye test for me. He looked the part. Was playing a little out of position. He was playing middle linebacker at Cedar Grove. That's where they need him. That's where apparently they're going to be their best, is with him in the middle of the field. Whether he goes to Georgia or somewhere else, I think he'll be on an outside linebacker, defensive end type. He told us that he's going to play that jack position if he were to commit to Georgia. That's where he wants to play. So he's been getting after the passer and trying to set that edge in the run game. But he looks the part. Didn't play at all last year due to transfer rules. I expect him to have a breakout senior season. He's got offers from Georgia, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Colorado, and I believe Oregon. Auburn. And maybe Oregon too. I have to go check that out. But definitely a big-time player to know. So I'm just so happy I get to do this for a living. And where I live, I get to see a lot of the best players, not only in Georgia, but in the entire country in 20 or 30 minutes in every direction. So just a ton of guys I think y'all need to know about. If you love high school football and recruiting, Dog Post is the place for you. I love this stuff. I'm going to be throwing out nuggets left and right. We've got pictures. We got videos. I'm going to go to a scrimmage later tonight to see Oscar Delp at West Forsyth. Hope to have some good highlights for y'all later this week, so make sure you stay tuned to that. And head on over to Dog Post for the latest on all these teams, these prospects, recruits, and of course the actual team that kicks off against Clemson in about 3.5 weeks. We've got lots of the latest information on the Dogs, everything y'all need to know over on Dog Post. Check us out today for just $1. Will be the best $1 you've ever spent. Thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I'll see you over on the website.